Yes, people, welcome back to BBK Sports. We are glad to have you. I'm glad we are staying connected. Big up to every single one of you locked in. Football's back. Football's back. And we don't have to just speak solely on transfers and you know rumors and shit. Right? We have actual football to discuss. Right? We see the league leaders open their account, putting 4 goals on the board. Then we see ManCity, the people who are just seem to just be dismissing, put 4 on the board unanswered. And then we see Arsenal, your turn to pick up 3 points. And albeit how it was picked up was ugly, 3 points was picked up. It's good to consume football, you watch it, and then immediately after match reactions, you will see the emotion. And that's why immediate fan reactions are good, they're so interesting to watch because it's like right after the game. But after the fog clears and then you step back from the tree and look at the forest for a little bit, you hear other people's takes, and you just let some time pass, a couple of hours pass, other thoughts come in your head, and you see, without overreact to that, you see this fan base saying this team played well, they would have taken a good performance over 3 points, blah, blah, blah. And you take it all in, and then you formulate new opinions for the day after. Monday morning quarterback is what we call it in the United States, where you think you get everything right, but you don't. But there's a lot to discuss. We had what? Chelsea lack of I don't know, weren't clinical in finishing their game or getting anything out of their points. Their game at home against a stubborn Palace side. We see Newcastle couldn't beat a 10-man, Aston Villa. That's the takeaway. There was a lot to get into for the weekend. Match week 1, there was some controversy, but it didn't disappoint. Big up to 12 of you locked in the building. I see the legends, the absolute legends in the building. I have to big up every single one of you. I see the Waffle Don, my stream partner in crime in the building. I see Alvin, BX Gunner. What you saying to me? Quaja. Quaja the OG in here. What's up, man? Darren Martin. Everything good in the radar. Lajan in charge. Latvian Gunner. What you saying, bro? What the Latvian Gunner telling us? AJ is in the building. LFC Monsters in the building. Big up to you, man, every single time. Yeah, man, love to see some dappings going around. But, there's Hendo is in the building. Can't forget about Hendo. The Rodrigo rumors are not going away. Oh, my days. Big up Dana and all in the chat says, big up Dana saying big up to BBK Sports and all in the chat. And rather than Rodrigo rumors. Big up to Hendo saying all in the chat watching. 1 billion spent and the football is still just. The problem is in all caps. But you can't say that, Hendo. So yesterday, after my reaction, I went on the Jordy Dread TV, to do the thing with Specs. And big up to Catch from the Catch Up. Cash crashed the stream, right? Because my talking points was, here's my talking point in the Arsenal game, yeah? At this stage in Arsenal process, those words hurt to say, they hurt my head. In this stage in our process, in our project, the points are most important because we got the points, the performances will come. We know this team has another gear that they can get into. Whatever the reason is that they didn't get into that gear yesterday was the reason, right? However, the points, most important thing, the performances will come. If you're a bottom feeder Premier League team, you care more about the performance because that's what they'll tell you. You perform well and the points will come. We don't have that luxury. We have to get the points because of what I said with ManCity and Liverpool. Now, going into a Premier League season campaign, you want your worst performance to be your first one. Let your first one be your worst one. Because then your trajectory is this. You're going up. So at Leeds, we'd be better. And then you just keep going up. Like in my line of work, right, when we start getting evaluated, we used to get what we call NCO evaluation reports, NCOERs. If you start off and your first one is just you are the best thing ever, 5 years from now, when they're looking at you and someone else does you an evaluation and say you're not the best thing ever, it looks like you're going that way. And then you don't get selected for further promotion. If Arsenal Football Club can start off with a stinky performance at Old Trafford and still pick up 3 points, I'm here for it. But the fact that we pointed out the stinky performance was also called toxic and negative. Like, you can't say anything other than praise, or you're labeled toxic and negative. You're just supposed to just blindly do this and follow the club. You're not allowed to say anything. You're not allowed to be critical in any capacity, because no one can tell me yesterday that we played well. You're just supposed to ignore the performance and not point out that some shit is wrong. But we'll get into the Rodrigo thing, or will we? Because I don't know. I don't think he is coming. I think our transfer window is closed, my brother. The rumors now are just like to coddle and to comfort, or to put the fan base at ease while we only have 13 days left in the transfer window. Maybe a panic buy isn't coming, but a thought out, well thought out buy for a player that can actually help us. Nah, I don't see it. I do not see it. And we still watch Everton lose to Leeds tonight. Yeah, I actually predicted Leeds to win that game. I predicted I got 2-1 Leeds. Even though I don't rate that Daniel Fark guy, he is Mr. Balloon. He's Mr. Yo-Yo in Norwich, right? He was up, down, up, down. I think it'll be the same thing for him. He's just not a Premier League manager, is it? But we'll see. Oh damn! I am slacking. My brother. I did not even. Man, I need to do better. But people, ladies and gentlemen, at the 8 minute 20 something second, I clocked it.
Maybach music.
Collar on my polo, kisses on my necklace. All my diamonds watching, now my watch is getting jealous. I'm burning purple flowers, it's burning my chest. I bury the most cash and burning the rest. Follow me. I'm so sophisticated. To get a verse from me, you gotta be initiated. I think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover, whipping work. I think I'm Big Meech.
Maybach music.
Yes, sir. Yes, people. E-Ross is in the chat. E-Ross is here. You know what time it is. I hope you, man, are in your car. I should not start putting out a warning. Hey, if you're in your car and you're listening, turn the music up. It's about to drop. Turn the volume up. The music about to drop, because E-Ross has entered the chat with his famous self. Yeah, E-Ross is like a celebrity, You're like one of them underground kings, like that. Yeah, underground kings. UGKR, underground king Ross. That's what he is around these parts. Latvia Guda says, Samina, hey, waka waka, hey, billion down the drain. Oh, Jesus. You see this? This is the shit that the family buys me all the time, It's all that shit you see they put in the armory. It does sell. Because my birthday comes up next month. Some shit gonna be coming from the armory, and it's gonna be one of those. But let me put my little jam back on. My little heaven blessed jam. You know how I do. Keeps me calm while the top gooners wind me up. Where we at? Benteke music. It's damn Latvia Gooder. I'm sorry, against a 15th last season isn't good enough. 1-0 against a 15th. Yeah, I don't care. It was away at Old Trafford. Yeah, it was. The performance was very, very stinky. But you're not allowed to criticize it. You're just supposed to shut up and just get on with it, right? So here's my analogy, right? So what I saw yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, was a check engine light came on. Right? Are there any mechanics in the chat? Any mechanics? Any maintainers? the damn check engine light was on, and the damn toxic positivity merchants or the top, whatever you want to call them, people who criticize you for criticizing the performance just want you to ignore the damn check engine light. Matter of fact, don't even use the check engine light. Let's use the damn your tire pressure sensor warning comes on while you're on the highway. Right? It comes on while you're on the highway. You just ignore it or check it out. Because if it's functioning correctly, you could have a blowout on the highway. And that could be catastrophic. If you don't monitor the sensor, the warning signs now, blowout in April, blowout in March. We've actually seen our blowout happen way earlier. But you can't just ignore the warning light, the check engine light. You know, your camshaft positioning sensors could be bad. You know, the thing that tells the ECU when the cams are open or when they're closed. Open when they're closed. That way the engine can, you know, spray fuel in there. It kills the injectors if they're not getting the right reading. But if you ignore the warning signs, it gets worse. But you're just meant to do it. Just be like, nah, just get on with it. Performance was absolutely stinky. Big up to Hendo again, but this kind of performance is not sustainable. I can see more draws playing and losses playing like this. Yeah, David Raya saved us from a 1-1 yesterday. Essentially, how many 1-1s did we have last year? Too many. How many points did we drop from winning positions last year? Too many. Now it's all good and dandy that we actually won the game, but we can't ignore the warning signs. Is my point. We cannot ignore that the tire pressure sensor is on. Pull over, check the damn tire pressure. See if the actual tire pressure is low, or maybe the sensor is bad. But you still have to check. You can't just ignore it. He spent 3 times what it cost to build the Emirates. We should be smoking everyone but City and Liverpool. That's simple. That's simple, that linear. I had a guy tell me Arteta going 38 1-0 wins. That's the season play for him. Oh, so we're not gonna ever concede first. You know, I want to see when we concede first how he reacts. Big up to Sheldon. Big up to Mr. Battered. BBK All-Star. Big up to you, Mr. Battered, every single time. Yeah, when we concede, that's a problem for him to solve. We have to see how he reacts. Now, I do believe we'll get 6 points from the first two, because I do believe we beat Leeds. We have to beat Leeds. A newly promoted team come to the Emirates. We have to make him look like a newly promoted team. This should be Tottenham versus Burnley, professional performance, 3 on the board, 4 on the board, and we'll see how it goes. The rumor, our Semenian moved on from Eze and Rodrigo. Bro, Eze is not coming to us. The transfer window is close for me. I've mentally made up my mind that the transfer window is close for us. I'm not getting anyone else. Nope. He looks at that from what he saw from Martinelli yesterday, and he wants more of that. He wants more of it. Pick up the Rambok and Ambok. He wants more of that, right? Martinelli, from the failed bicycle kick to that flimsy shot. That shot looked like a 3-year-old kicked it. Oh my God. You know when they're doing highlights, and they put together a shot on target is usually in the highlight reel. They intentionally left that out because it would make him look bad, because it was bad. I seen under 9s take better shots, but he looked at that and he wants more of that. Big up to my brother Waffle Don. I told him yesterday during the 5 Gun Show that he's aggregating Rodrigo's talent, because if you add up Martinelli, if you add up Matchweek, and you add up Trossard, all those 3 players, one Rodrigo can do everything. All them 3 players do. He has Martinelli's speed and work rate. He has Trossard tech better. And let's not, he is an actual left winger, a right-footed left winger, which is what Matchweek is not. So we could get all that we get from them 3, in one player on the pitch at the same time. You see that diagonal switch that they kept doing to Mbeumo and Cunha? That's because you couldn't double up on either one of them, because both of those guys are actually good. Every time there was a diagonal switch on Mbeumo, he was one-on-one with Calafiori. Imagine Rodrigo getting into those spaces that we see Martinelli get into. They forcefully let the ball go on that side because they know he can't beat us. Semenyo, we are done. Hi, welcome to AFTV. It's your daily transfer news. Anything else you hear is just transfer daily. Now, but the thing is, you know when I stopped watching that show, Darren? I stopped watching that show when I was in Germany, like 2020, 21. Because you're supposed to be the guy. You're supposed to be AFTV media with the insights. A man would come on, hi, welcome, and then ask the chat in the comment section for news. Yeah, you're supposed to be reporting transfer news. And come in, no, tell us who you'd like us to sign. So he could play on that. That was the year we kept hearing everything about Hassim Aouar. I remember Hassim Aouar from Lyon. You remember him? Yeah, he was the next Hassim Aouar, Emi Buendia from Norwich in the championship. Benarama, them names we were being linked with. Remember them ones? Big up to Godfrey in the building. BBK All-Star. You won't do it. If it makes sense, Arsenal Football Club will not touch it. Fans are a reflection of the club. If we played fantastic and scored loads of goals, there will be nothing negative to talk about. Facts. But we were stinky. But I'm still leaning on that better be our worst performance, because this is our first one. And no Jekyll and Hyde. You improve upon this performance and you beat Leeds. And LFC Monster, we come to Anfield. At this stage in the game, a draw may not be good enough. I'm expecting Mikel to look at Liverpool and be like, nah, I have to take 3 points from you. He has to think that way. You don't get paid 15 point something million to be picking up draws. Nah. You need to win, brother. As if this Spurs is actually done, I'm fuming because now we're definitely stuck with Odegaard. Brother. So imagine having an Eze on our bench yesterday when Odegaard was picking up the place. Or imagine having an Eze on the pitch yesterday to unlock Odegaard so he can play more freely, because the creative burden would not be on him. He almost cost us in transition a couple of times. Not once. There was a couple of times he gave the ball away trying to beat his man and couldn't. And within 2 passes in 10 seconds, they're in on our goal. Remember, Dorgu got a good clean shot at our goal from an Odegaard giveaway. Imagine. But we knew this was going to happen. Because if Eze comes, it gives him another selection headache that he does not want. He thinks Odegaard is good enough. He thinks Martinelli is good enough. He thinks Madueke is good enough. He thinks that. They think that. Okay? You think they're good enough? Your football knowledge is better than ours, right? So now it's time to show us. Because we can't have anything to say. We're just meant to shut up and follow. You know? Anyone who didn't bring their pom-poms out and celebrate 3 points despite a stinky performance is negative. Perfectly. Dana put that absolute perfectly. I almost said she put that perfectly, but I don't know. I don't know if Dana is a he or she. I don't want to misgender because Dana is a universal name, isn't it? Yeah, big up to Dana every single time. Big up to Gary. G Money in the building. We won. We stunk. And I was looking around for a skunk in the room. Big up everyone. I was telling the man there, brother, I'm glad I don't do watch-alongs. I don't know how you do it because I'd be having a meltdown while we're winning. Then I'll definitely be called negative and toxic. Because we're winning the game and I'm vexed watching Manchester United have 22 shots at our goal. If we dare let ManCity have 22 shots at our goal at the Emirates, we are fucked. If we go to Anfield and let them man have 22 shots at our goal, it's going to be 4-0 loudspeakers. You'll never walk alone training all over again. All over again. Still waiting for the Spotify. Dana's holding me to account, you know. Hey, you know what? Gotcha. Big up BBK and the legendary chat. Finally catching your laugh after a while. Mr. Batter, your presence was definitely missed, my guy, but we're glad to have you back. Stay connected. That's what I'm going into the season with. You know, I'm not holding up the light bulb like Arteta. But that's what I'm saying. That's what we're doing over here at BBK Sports. We're staying connected. Yes, sir. Love this community. Yeah, brother. That's on YouTube. That's a small but good. In Jamaica, we say little, but with talawa, being small, but really, really good. Based on merch, you think BBK is the top good. Brother, I'm telling you, September 16th, I am going to get a link from the Armory. Your package is on its way, and it's going to be a different color. And it's my damn sister. Oh, so Dana is a she. Okay, Dana. Thank you, Dana. Thank you for clearing that up. Now I can address you properly. Didn't want to assume, you get canceled. You get canceled and yeah, man. The Underground King, UGKER. UGKE Ross. What a guy, man. What a guy. BBK, don't lie. Don't lie, brother. You're buying all that. I claim family and friends. No, you know what? I'm going to I'm going to bring the receipts, man. I am going to bring the receipts. Your package is on its way from the Armory. Did not buy shit. Because all my accounts are synced to my computer. So when they go on there, they go on Arsenal. It's just, you want to log in with your Google account, it takes them all the way there. And, everyone, they all know my password. They punch it in. And the shit's on its way. It's the light bulb. They ignore the shit out the light, brother. They ignore it. Now, the check engine light could be something simple, like your gas cap is loose. But you can't ignore it because it could be your cam positioning sensors. I use that example for a reason because in Germany, a damn Infinity M35 had that problem and it kills your injectors. Driving on the Autobahn at 200 kilometers per hour, about 120 miles an hour on the Autobahn in the unrestricted speed zone, and your injectors die, and you have to hold that fucker straight like this, because there is no power. And you're doing, brother, we cannot ignore. Time to come out. Brother, I know. I am a huge petrol head, as your guys say over there in the USA. Gearhead. Hey, I hear you, bro. Big up to AJ, man. But yeah, the check engine light was definitely on in that game. The warning signs were there. Man United were just not clinical. Manchester United fans actually texted me this morning and said the Glock 14 is stuck. I'm like, brother, you man bought 3 strikers and still couldn't score. The shamelessness. Like, this is the level that it's gotten to, that we were bad and we won. And because Man United were technically better, and who's not looking at the screen right now, I'm putting quotations up when I say better, couldn't score at home. 22 shots against the Arsenal with a dead performance. So imagine if we were good. We would do what AJ said we were supposed to do. Slap the shit out of them. We would have slapped them up. Big up to all 22 of you locked in. Big up to the silent listeners. Big up to everyone who's hit the like. We see that BBK has the light bulbs on there. You understand? I understand him, all right. I understand a con man when I see one, my brother. This dude got the Bernie Madoff, aura about him. Man is scamming a living. Dig. You send your captain out before the season starts to say that second isn't a failure. This was deliberate. I don't think this was right out. No, you think when an Antonio Conte's captain can walk out in the press conference and say, "Yeah, we're finishing second this year, and it's not going to be a failure"? You think he would allow that? Nope, I don't think so. I do not think so. Got lemon tea in that mug. Actually, some soju. If you know, you know. Big up to Dal in the building. I see you, bro. Hope you fully enjoy your trip to the UK across the pond. Gyökeres had 21 hair flicks in the first half. LFC Monster is a mad one, you know. The warning signs were there since last season. We are, and the season before that, and the season before that. But the thing is that I see everyone that's on to Gyökeres, and you know, Mr. Robo / Latvian Gunner, you can appreciate this because I use the Shaquille O'Neal analogy. You know it. Only on the all-time scoring list, only 7 or 8 players have scored more points than Shaq. You know, Michael Jordan, Kevin Durant, Kobe, Karl Malone, Kareem, LeBron. But you can't find me a clip of Shaq dribbling the ball up court. That motherfucker, he gets the rebound, passes the ball to someone, goes down the court. Someone brings him the ball, he dominates. Who's charged with getting Gyökeres the ball in a position where he can dominate? Our captain. Did he do it? Nope. What a golden opportunity yesterday for him to prove himself. The biggest stage. Manchester United away is probably our biggest home fixture. Because I still believe in the Premier League era, Manchester United are our biggest rivals. The hell with Tottenham. Tottenham has never taken a trophy from us. They are just geographical. So this is the biggest away game as it gets for our club. Does he understand that as our captain? Man United away. You're our captain. And you put in that performance. I've actually heard people blaming Tony for putting pressure on him. Why would you say that before the season starts? Why not? You get to pick and choose when you want to be a leader. You get to pick and choose when you want to be pressurized as a captain. Come on now. You as the captain of Arsenal football, you should know what Manchester United away means. It's like that episode of the Big Bang Theory when Penny just sticks a bit of insulating tape over the check engine warning light. And this affects it. Oh yeah, this is it. This is it right here. Top first nomination for comment of the day. Oh shit. I love that. Yeah, just ignore it. It'll get better over time. You know? It's not sustainable, but yeah, I understood why we play like that in the midfield. The midfield not gel yet, and we don't know if we play with a striker yet. So the how we don't know how to play with a striker yet thing that they're running for Arteta, no. Outside of a strike, you got goalkeeper, you can't play without one. Most important position, right? Striker, the guy that scores the goals. That's been around for time. Your number 9. How is he? If you can't coach your team to play with a striker, then you're not a coach. You're not a damn coach. Take it back to basketball. If you can't make your team function without a point guard, come on, man. Not sure if he pickpockets in his family. I have to remind him to be vigilant. But nah, man. The family is small. The people who have access to my computer, my stuff, it's very small. But they know who they are. But they don't. That's the thing. They don't know what else to get me. So they just get me Arsenal shit. I can't wait for us to start winning. I'm gonna bring out all of it. I tell her I'm going live. She said you want some tea. She brings me some tea out of all the damn mugs in the cabinet because she knows I'm going live to talk about football and Arsenal. This is the cup we got. I almost switched it out because I knew you man would be on to me. But I don't run from it. I don't run from it. I don't hide from it. Just like someone sent me a message the other day, right? Someone sent me a message the other day because I took a picture with Cecil G and Lee Judges when I lived in Germany. And AFTV came to Germany to do preseason. I'm like, really, you don't think I had the opportunity to take that down off my Instagram? I could have deleted that years ago. But I'm not. Because it's there. It happened. You know? I don't care if they're top Gooners. Like, people ask me, do you still talk to your top Gooner friends? Yes, I do. I do talk to my top Gooner friends. I am not going to let Arsenal have that kind of power over me where they dictate who the hell I talk to based on how I feel about the club. Now, to be fair, a lot of those fuckers have stopped talking to me when they watch my show. Or they don't talk to me as much. But it is what it is. They move. Arteta thinks he pulled off a masterclass yesterday. Yeah, Cash said this. Cash literally said this on Jordy Dread's TV yesterday when he was having a go at me and Views. Man literally was having a go at us. Even though we started what we're saying, we're like, hey, the 3 points was wonderful. But we're not. That's where the story's supposed to end. Whenever that something goes wrong, they contextualize that. But you can't contextualize a performance, even though it yielded 3 points. Make it make sense. Eldon said it was a masterclass. Wahaha. Good day out. Big up to Wahaha. What you telling me about your 3 strikers, man? What was that Mason Mount up top shit? How you have 3 strikers on your books, essentially, and Mason Mount is leading your line? Is this another blunder? Is Amarim getting too much praise for his 1-0 win? Because the way I was watching Saeed this morning, and the way Saeed was going on, you don't deserve anything in football. Because I remember my brain, I watched a lot of football, Waha. I don't pretend. I'm not a lot of Man United fans like to pretend that they don't watch the rivals. I watch everybody. I watch Man United unless Arsenal are playing and there's another game on, I watch it. And I remember last year against Southampton at Old Trafford, Southampton outplayed Manchester United for 84 minutes. You remember that game when Ahmad scored a hat-trick in like an 8-minute window? Southampton were a better team, but they lost. But Man United, they lapped that up. So if you want to claim you were the better team yesterday, you lost. So it doesn't mean anything. Deserve means anything. Southampton deserved to win that game. No, they didn't. They got relegated. The menu is short in football. Wins or losses. We only had 2 acceptable results for that game. Really one. I didn't see us losing that game. A draw would have been, but 3 points by any means necessary. And all serious about this start. I said, Darren, in a comment that the first 3 games in the season for any team, all that matters is the 3 points because the players are not match ready. Yeah, that's it. If that was our worst one and then we kick on, we beat Leeds, we go beat Liverpool at Anfield away. Fair play. A slow start, they would have got toxic at the Emirates. We're not out the woods yet, even if this was 3 points. We've seen West Ham feel the wrath of what it is to face a newly promoted side. And I think Everton is going to feel that today. Because the game is at Ellen Road, is it not? But when Leeds come to us next week, I don't want to hear that. But where we are, we should be putting them to the sword. Godfrey in the building, all the way from South Africa. What a legend. Yep. Awar, Vlahovic, Daily Dusan. Daily Dusan. We were even linked with Sabuzlai that year, I think. And he stayed. He stayed at RB. I don't know if it was Salzburg or Leipzig, one of them. But he stayed. Yeah. I'm not as sharp as I used to be. Let me say that. That's why I'm retiring. Daily Dusan. Yep, there it is. Daily Dusan. Right. Hi, and welcome to Daily Trap. We just signed shit, top of shit. All the names, the big names they were throwing out there, we ended up with Sambi Lakanga, Nuna Tavage, and Pablo Mari. The year before that, or 2019 or 18, we got Lichtsteiner. Remember that one? He's from Juventus. Remember them ones? Oh my days. Big up AJ. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, people. Let's stay connected. Let us all stay connected. Start watching over this. Should all the snappers be available? Oh, Jesus, guys. I'm actually going to find some of my training clips. Yeah, brother. I'll be over the moon. We pick up 9 from 3. I'm going to be so really without a left wing, a left back, and a 10, it's 4th best, and definitely no trophy. Well, we'll have a new manager because I'm not hearing anything else. I'm not hearing no context at the end of the season. Benzema's Karim Got him. Yep. Yep. Oh, I told Shane on the Bruce Banana one time, he couldn't believe it. And I told him that Mikel makes more than Slot, Gassner, and Eddie Howe combined. And all three of the managers that I just named walked away from the party with a trophy. But it's all good, guys. It's all good. 1 year he was on the bench and he didn't use him. He's supposed to be Odegaard backup. Odegaard is going to play every single game. And he will be the most unsubbed player this season because Tony opened his mouth. That's even going to affect Max Dowman. I said this to Catch yesterday. He wasn't even expecting that because he didn't think of that. When I hit him with that point, ooh, that's a good point. Max Dowman and Ethan, their minutes are going to be reduced now because of Arteta's ego. Because he cannot drop Odegaard now because if he does, he looks weak. He's going to look like he's letting an outside influence, which Tony is, an outside influence, affect his decision-making. He is not about to do that. You don't let the media do it, pundits, former retired players. He's not going to let Tony have any bearing on his squad. So Odegaard, if he can walk, he plays. So those minutes that he had allocated to give to Max, to give to Ethan, dead it. Not happening. Big up to Gary. Arteta wants us to believe he can get it done with what we have. Facts. I don't believe that. Bertha, get that man more help. Take the losses in sales. Better our attacking, please. I think he was talking about the Liverpool transfer window when he said goosebumps, Gary. Because Matchweek, Gyökeres, Libamendi, Norgard, Mascara, Kepa. Not it. So this begs the question, Gary. Is winning a priority? Or is it just a C word, just competing and challenging? Compete, challenge, be there or thereabouts. And in the event that you do win, he looks like a genius. Sky Sports got the Eze thing up on the screen right now in the background. And I look up, I'm not looking. I have a TV set up back there. So I'm just looking for the best available number 10 to be holding up a Spurs shirt. Can't wait for that game. I cannot wait for Spurs Arsenal. Now, midweek he came on and got roasted like a breadfruit. He will soon he will soon not get games unless we in an emergency worse than Martinelli. Brother, he wants more of that. When he came on, it was that man brought me on to be a wingback. Like, bro, do you know who I am? I'm part of the man them. I'm supposed to be going forward. And he had a chance to score at the end there and fluffed it. That way, he looking like Sterling. It wasn't a good look. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, yes. Confirmation. Dana is a she. Thank you, Dana. Thank you for joining us every single day. You are BBK Sports' first lady. Emery got flack when Watford also put 20 shots against his Arsenal. This I said this yesterday, and on the damn Jordy Dread. Yeah, men like Delafeu and was the Corey there and the other one, the giant Q-tip with the gray hair. Not the gray hair, but the white hair. I think he's at Palace now, is he? Peppered us. 22 shots. Watford, Oh, man. I need a BBK and Catch show. Catch was on you yesterday. Brother, I sent him a message. But I think he's on footy judge mode today. But yeah, I'm here for Catch. I'm here for it. But he wasn't ready for the Max Dowman ain't going to play this year. But I said Odegaard isn't being dropped. He wasn't ready for that. He comes preloaded with responses and defenses for Arteta. But he wasn't ready for that one. So I told Specs just end the show because we're going to be here for another hour. Because I'm here for it. I am here for it. Because man came on the show and called me and Views and everyone else top gooners. Bottom gooners. So why for the bottom thing still? But when you call him top gooner, it's like, I don't call him no top gooner, man. Bro, you came in here with Arteta's defense. You're here when I say I don't have time for anyone who tries to silence Tony. You shouldn't have said that. Okay, then I don't have time for you then. You can't have Mr. Arsenal. If Tony can't have an opinion on captain and captain winning, lock off your YouTube channel. Because he is highly more qualified to speak on football than any of us. You're trying to silence him. What? Because you disagree. Yesterday I was on Aaron's channel. One of the mutants came in there. The hell with you, man. You don't deserve anything. If we win, you better not do this. I'm like, okay. Give us 5 reasons why Arteta should be still in the job. Fuck you, you're this, you're that, and start calling you names. Still waiting for 5. But I can give you 5 reasons now why he shouldn't be in the job. But it just can't. Not saying Catch was getting personal. He wasn't. Catch was just doing Catch things. But when you disagree with what they say, they take it to a level where it shouldn't go. Is what I'm saying. You know, but yeah. If Tony can't speak on football, every single YouTuber, lock off your channel, go sit down. Yes. Told him, lock off. We already hit the 2-hour mark. Because I was telling him, bro, man was playing Havertz every minute in the preseason because he was trying to get him to bang so he could start him. But Gyökeres came in and banged against Bilbao. That's why Gyökeres started yesterday. Because if he didn't bang, it would have been Havertz. And had we signed Sesko, it would have been Havertz that started. You know? And the United fans having to go at Gyökeres. Did you see Sesko? He looked shit. Man came on and gave us a couple of loopy headers. And then that was it. There was nothing there. There was absolutely nothing there. Big up to all, what we got, 23 locked in. Can we get to 20 likes, my fellow football fans, football family? Is there anyone in here that have not hit the like button? Could we get to 20? That's usually my standard. Yeah, the receipts, we got them. Yeah, I don't hide from anything, man. I should put Godfrey in a timeout, but I can't. He's a member. He's the BBK All-Star. I can't put him in timeout. Oh my God. What a guy, man. What a guy. And that's the thing. I laugh at it. I love it. But them, man, they get offended when you call them out. I don't know what it is. Just trying to get caught up on the comments here, people. Let me get up. We don't play ball with it. We don't play balls where he can run onto. How is he gonna score? Not even when Havertz. Yeah, brother, that's what I'm saying. He needs a point guard to get him the ball. I don't think I can think of a better analogy than the Shaq Diesel one. 4 NBA titles, never dribbled the ball up the court one time. 28,590 points scored. Never dribbled the ball up the court one time. Get me the ball where I'm dominant. Get me the ball where I'm effective, and I'll dominate. And that he did. Coach is charged with that. And he's, we got to hold him to account. Gyökeres only had 3 touches in the Man United box. 3 damn touches. Now, we've seen Erling Haaland have 3 touches in the box and score 3 goals based on the quality of the balls delivered to him. Man is getting the ball and being sent left wing and has to cut it. No, man. Listen, you give Wenger the strike. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we stop the stream. Let me stop. Let me stop the music. Let me put the volume up. And I'm going to applaud the black caller. Super chat. Big up to the black caller. Big up to you, bro. You didn't have to do that, my brother. But that's greatly appreciated, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate you supporting the channel with a £2 super chat. Big up to you every single time. Now, back to my jams. Back to my jams. I can't do without my music, people. I'm sorry. I can. I just don't like to. Just don't like to. But yeah, where are we at? One second. Some bigging up going on. Quaja, bigging up Mr. Battered. Community setting, man. I love it. Mr. Battered said, if Xerxes started that game, it ends different. But the fact remains, United didn't put the ball in the back of the net, and Arsenal did. You think so? Was Xerxes, you rate Xerxes that highly? I don't know. I just, that Mason Mount up top, I was like, well, okay, I like this. Because the thing is, right, I saw the Arsenal defense put to bed better attacks. I seen us keep better attacks quiet. When I saw Mason Mount leading the line, I wasn't fussed. You know, all three of their marquee signings played, and they still couldn't score. And this is from a team that played well. Now, I think the United fans are overstating how well they played, but I do think they played well. Big up to the black collar again, man. Big up to you, brother. But Xerxes just got back from an injury and didn't play a minute. Yeah. Wow, if you knew that, why the hell were you coming in here every day talking about the Xerxes winner? What are you on, my brother? Every day, you know, we had a countdown going. We put Mount there to contain your midfield. Where did I say we deserved anything? No, not you. I'm not talking to you, my brother. You didn't say that. You said Xerxes winner. We had that Xerxes thing going. I have a brother. Most of my friends and family are Man United fans. Most of them. And you know, I can't find them. I'd love to bring them on the channel, but they text football. They don't talk it. But yeah, they message me every day, man. When we're not playing. Oh, okay. I read that one. What we got? Saeed is overrated. I mean, Saeed that's a pretty good megaphone. Wow, you know, you have Goldbridge, you have the United stand, United View, and then Saeed. Is there a big outside of Goldbridge and the United flex and the United View? Is there a bigger youth Man United content creator than Saeed? If there is one, I don't know. But Saeed is, because I watched the Big Six, innit? Or I used to watch it a lot more than I do now. Yeah, we was linked to Draxter and Rabiot for years. Rather, listen. People forget Eros. Like, brother, the trauma that he does it for clicks. Unfortunately, he used to be genuine when he first started. You know, I see that a lot in the YouTube spaces. And one of the reasons why I love watching the smaller channels, we're not bound by monetization and sponsorship and business deals. Because I don't. Like the other week when I hit 1,600 subs, 1,600, I gave away money. Right? I see man hit 100K and they take your money. You know, I gave away $100. You know, doesn't hurt. Like I take great pride in helping people. You know, I'm not rich by any means, but these fuckers, they pay me well. You know. So I do football just because I love it. It's the thing. I've done football longer than I did that, and I've done that for all my adult life. But you know, I would never, no matter how big this channel is, I would never. Matter of fact, if I get to a certain level, I'll make all you man like permanent members. I wish YouTube would allow me to do that. Like the people who helped me get to a certain point, like permanent members, and all the new people who come after that will just be like regular subs in it. But that would be dope. That would be dope. Where am I at? Where am I at? Palace to replace Eze with Bilal El Kunus for 30 million. Apparently, looks like the dominoes are falling, guys. Yeah, we don't want him. You go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. Arsenal didn't want him, even though he wants Arsenal. Definitely off the Spurs. Yep, he is a Spurs. And here's the thing: what's going to happen now is Arsenal fans are good because they're already doing it. They're already doing it, yeah. Because I even took a snapshot of Gunner Street's one of Gunner Street's latest videos, where they're gonna say Eze, isn't it? They're gonna say Eze is shit, right? So immediately after Eze decided he wasn't, after Eze was announced that Eze wasn't coming to Arsenal. This is what one of the. Yeah, I'm going to call him a top booner. If it offends him, whatever. I'm giving you free promo here, Gunner Street. Steph, big you up every single time. Player A. So he had blacked out the names and had player A, player B, player C. And I went on this comments and I'm like, brother, both of these players are better than Odegaard. But man was highlighting, just like KP was saying, Madueke ranks in the top 4% of progressive carries and top 1% of touches in the opponent's block. All those analytics that make man sound better than they are. I don't care what numbers you put behind this shit. Eze is a better footballer than Odegaard. Vitinha won a treble last year. How are you gonna use team awards to individualize blame? The same way you're gonna use these bullshit stats to individualize praise. But immediately, it wasn't a whole day since it was announced that we were no longer getting Eze. These are being put together of how good Odegaard supposedly is. Oh, fuck the numbers. Look at the players. Both of these players improve our team. And this was the same player that you were saying would improve our team. But now, all of a sudden, you want to bring up these stats to make him look like he's worse than Odegaard. This is what they do. This is what we're fighting against, people. This is why Mikel Arteta will be in this job for. This is why he's been allowed to stay in this job for as long as he has, without winning. Because they do these creative outlets. This is how far they will go to justify Arteta's captain. Yep, that's what we're up against. That's it. It's a uphill climb. Big up to the Waffle Don. What you think about Brentford asking 60 million for Wissa? I mean, I would too. They paid 55 for Ilanga. And if I'm Wissa, I scored 19 non-penalty goals last year. Yeah. So I think Brentford are well within their right because they know they're going to need that money because they're going down. Yeah. Mr. Robo said I mixed your Greg Oden analogy. Did I? Did you become a E-Ross casualty? Ian Gunner. I don't want to miss it. I'm scrolling back up trying to find it. Tony Adams got death threats. I'm just saying. Oh my days. I'm sorry, Mr. Robo. I'm scrolling up looking for it. I want to find it because I want to see what the Greg Oden one is. If you can put it back in, Mr. Robo, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it, man. Fucking hell. Because Greg Oden was injured a lot. He was forced retired due to injury. I think I might have went too far, Mr. Robo. My apologies, bro. My apologies to the Latvian Gunia. But yeah, man. Right. You just called it a casualty. Okay. Gotcha. But yeah, I would absolutely take Wissa at Arsenal. He scored more goals than anyone in our squad last year, playing second striker. Big up to the Black Collar again. Love supporting other people's content. Big up to you, bro. Greatly appreciated. Where we at? Heavily focused on the comments today, people. I don't get to do this when I have guests on the show. Kind of let the conversation flow, but when I'm by myself, I'd really like to get into the comments. It'll get on my nerves with all this transfer rumor streams just for content where we know them where we ain't. Right, done. It's done. Done. A squad is a squad. You know, and so it's United's People's TV is there about. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. Wahaha. I might check that out. Music is straight vibes, BBK. Yeah, man. Keeps me calm. Definitely keeps me calm when these top gunners get me wound up. Last time and keep it real, the legendary community will keep you grounded anyway. Yeah, man. Man, keep me honest every single day. Every single day. And I appreciate it. And Taryn, I didn't say that's enough, but thank you because I'm grateful for everything you since we've met. I appreciate you. Really do appreciate you, AJ, man. Endo says, at Sheldon is part of the grift from YouTube. We'd had an awesome team if 80% of the transfer rumors came true from those content creators. Yep, 2 cup winners, 1 did a treble, you know, and 1 captained their team to an FA Cup. I'm waiting for them same people to show me the trophy that Odegaard has captained us to. Terminal Community Shield, you know. Wahaha said, I'm relatively new to these YouTube football streets. Never listened to Goldbridge Saeed, his man, but the People's United People's TV seems okay though. I've been there, man. Fair play. Well, Wahaha, we're honored to have you here, man. Honored to have you as a United fan, because I was ready for you to come in here and troll today if we lost, you know. Trophies won is the only analytics that matters. So yeah, that's the thing. When he made that comment about digging, we've amassed these amount of points over the past 3 seasons, like I would just wish one of the reporters in there with a backbone, or even a rival. If there was a reporter in there that was a Man United fan, would say, okay, but how many trophies? Yes, you have amassed all these points, but how many trophies, Mikhail? Points don't matter. Oh, they clapped. He was nowhere near it. When the pressure was on and the eyes were on him, he didn't deliver. He didn't. He did not. Our captain just got called a casualty. That OT win gave Odegaard his 71st win as Arsenal captain. That did the Patrick Vieira and joined second, only our time for Tony Adams, 130 as a captain. Yeah. The Tony wins were of consequence, though. You know, you can't just overlook 4 titles. You know, so Mikhail and all of his cronies be like, hey, 4. Bunch of FA Cups. Last time we won that damn League Cup that we're starved for, he was the captain. Lukaku injured for, oh, shit. Nico Jackson. Watch Nico Jackson go there and watch Conte win the league with Nico Jackson. And then, man, will still tell me that Conte is not. Then I got KP told me that he wouldn't have Conte at Arsenal. Like, brother. I don't like smart people, the ones who talk good, even better than Fire for you because your logic sounds good, but don't make it valid. Odegaard is shit. Brother. And that's the thing. You know, you can bullshit your way through a lot of things if you talk fast and use a bunch of big words, you know. It's a word salad. You good with word salads. I really do think that a lot of these top gooners were on like debate teams. They were on debate teams because when you're on debate teams, you're taught to argue to no end. Because if you argue correctly or argue the right points, you're never wrong, so to speak. If you're not watching the screen, I got wrong in quotations, because that could be misleading what I just said. But I really think these men were on a debate team somewhere. And they were growing up, and so they just debate. And when you debunk whatever they say with facts, data, statistics, they pivot. Like political debates, like presidential debates, when they're backed into a corner, they pivot. They're taught to pivot. You could put raw numbers and raw data in front of them, and they'll pivot away from it. I don't know why they feel the need to go as far as they do for a team that's failing. And 5 years without a trophy is failing to me. Arteta's plan is to use Gregor. Woo! Yeah, I'm glad you put this back in, Latvia Gouda. Yeah, this is funny as fuck, bro. Oh my god, this is funny. Like Havertz came on. What did we make of Havertz's cameo yesterday? Because I saw him on the ground more than I saw Gyökeres on the ground. And Gyökeres played what 60-something minutes. First captain Christian Romero signs new contract. Breaking news. Just saw it. Just looked up at my TV there. Yeah. Havertz came on. Shit housery. Man, I felt for Greg. He could have been. I felt for Portland because it was Greg Oden and it was Brandon Roy. Massive injuries. And that's the same franchise that could have drafted Michael Jordan and drafted Sam Bowie. You know? Portland have made. But they got Dame back now, so it's all good. Here we go. Hey, everything there. So this is how it feels when you play shit and win. I remember when City did it to us at the Emirates. See? Yep. At 1-0. Yep. And Rodri scored the last minute winner and we played well. The captain, the pain we all felt. Yeah. I think Airport Albert managed that game too. I think Arteta had COVID or he was suspended or something in that game. But we played well that game and still lost. Yeah. Where we at? When it mattered, Odegaard was ghosted. He almost cost us. Big up to Jason Gould, my brother. Blessed love to you. Hope everything well. Give Napoli. Yeah, I guarantee you Conte will get something out of that boy. Until we get something out. I saw the Spurs breaking news and I looked up and I saw Jet spread. I thought it was Eze. Oh shit, it's real. Did I see him hold up that Spurs shirt? But yeah, don't do this, Arsenal fans. Let's not do this. Odegaard Eze stats just because he's going to Spurs now. Eze is a better footballer than Odegaard. He is. Whether he goes to Spurs or not, he is better than him. So is Vitinha. I don't like when we do that shit. It's very cringe. BBK, which left winger will we end up with? It rhymes with Bonnie and Stadwake. Nani, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? And this was Catch was trying to tell me yesterday. Oh, Nani Madueke is coming to be a backup for Saka. Bro, Nani Madueke has came on the left wing every time he has played. And against Bilbao, Saka played all 90 minutes and took pens. Yesterday, he played all 90 minutes and took pens, and Madueke came on. He's not there to deputize Saka. He is coming there off a 007 at Chelsea. He was better on the right. He was worse on the left, but he's coming to upgrade our left wing. Now, he came on and got skinned by Ahmad. That's what he did. And I'm on record as saying on August 17th, I'm a Nani Madueke fan. And I hope he comes on and put Dallo on his ass and put one in the top corner. He came on and he was the one who almost got put on his ass. They're lucky we got the 3 points yesterday, because it would have been some serious toxicity on the internet today. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let's stay connected. Let's stay connected, people. Please like and subscribe, which will enable us to stay connected. Wahaha said, I'm still mad because I believe we could easily get a result without the manager being stupid. Fair play. What we learned that every team has to play their first game. They're keeping it simple. Next, keeping it simple. I also learned that Reinders probably could be the signing of the season. I also learned that Chelsea looked like they didn't have a preseason. It looked like that Club World Cup took a lot out of them. You know. Also learned that Newcastle are feeling the hangover of the Isak fiasco. Now, you didn't have to delete that comment, Nick. I don't think this is condescending at all. or I wouldn't have put it on the screen. And even if it was condescending, I'll still read out your comment. Very thick skin, my brother. I'm not just here for everyone who agree with me. And if anyone who does content does that, they're in the wrong business. But you know, I brief generals and politicians on a daily basis, high stakes stuff. So there's nothing on YouTube that can offend me. But big up to you every single time. I remember we made some wild decisions. Not gonna lie, baffling the back. I thought the Ahmad sub for Dallo was a good move. Thought that was good, brave. He didn't throw on another defender when he's trying to chase the game, you know. But the Mason Mount up top. But then when Sesko came on, I was like, okay, I see why you did that. Because I don't think he was good either. You know, welcome Sheldon's opinion. Hey, once it's respectful, fair play. Yes, Sambo, that's what it's all about. That is what it's all about, man. Big up. Yeah, I'm quite a few away from 2K, but you know, that's a long way, and we'll do another giveaway then. But when it happens, yeah, mass celebration. But big up to Kwaja. Seems like Alonso has put Rodrigo rumors to bed. He's staying. He has to. That's part of managing, isn't it? You have to do that. Because if he's gonna get something out of him, he could save your job, Xavi. Because you start slow. You start 10 points behind Barcelona, you're gonna be unemployed by Christmas. Savinho staying at City as a result of now. I'm glad to hear that. Not because I don't think he is good, just don't want to see him at Spurs. Because if Spurs get Eze, Savinho, they'll finish above Arsenal. They can clip that all they want. They can clip that. I am saying it now. They might still finish above it with just getting Eze. If they got Eze and this guy, they might do the double on us. Ugarte coming on and playing our worst keeper from the 3 because he's trying to make a statement. Yeah. Ugarte was, forgot that one. I forgot that one. So yeah, big up to you for reminding us. Yeah, up to the channel, people, if you haven't already. What's common about Arsenal Trophy Cabinet and Man U midfield? Both need rebuilding desperately. Dana's on fire today, you know. Dana's on fire. He played Heaton until the last game of the preseason when he pulled out Bayern there. Yeah, he was Does Ruben believe he has time? He believes he has time at Man United. I feel a lot more patience with Ruben than the fans had with Ten Hag. I'm feeling patience with Ruben that the top Gunners have with Arteta. Because every time I'm sent a Man United reel or a Ruben reel, I go in the comment section and everyone says, in Amorim we trust. It's the overwhelming majority of the comments. Or my manager. That is top Gunner energy. My manager. You know? So, I don't know. I just know we must get 6 points from Leeds. You know, we have to stay on par. We cannot be falling off. A slow start to the Emirates. A slow start to the season. Should we lose to Leeds, I'll drop points to Leeds. Anything other than 3 points on Saturday, it's bad. We have 38 cup finals. Yeah, definitely got top Gunner energy, man. And top Gunners are anyone who just think you're supposed to just blindly follow anything the club says. You know 38 cup finals. What we got? If we can disrupt a City pool shootout, you know what I don't want to happen is August 31st, the day before the transfer window closes, we go to Anfield, get battered, and then do a panic buy. That would be so poetic for Arteta. Because it was right after we went to Old Trafford and got battered 8-2, we signed him. I know Mr. Bat would be ready for that. You know? I saw that stat where Amorim is now lost 15 of his first 28 Premier League games at dubious United record. Yeah, I did saw that. I started yesterday's stream by saying Man United finished the 2025 campaign, the 24-25 campaign in 15th on negative goal difference. They have started the 25-26 campaign, courtesy of the Arsenal, in 15th on negative goal difference. No, right where they left off. So you can see a case where Man United could put in a performance like this against us and then go shit the bed against Fulham next week. I can see it. Then maybe they will get toxic over there. But, you know, I think the Premier League did them a solid by giving them Arsenal the first day of their season. You know, prop them up. Because the way Man United are going, you know, they don't get a lot of airtime. You know, it's Liverpool, it's City, it's Arsenal. AJ said, Darren, I'm starting to say about my health in this stream because I'm hoping human side will get Arteta into their heads, but out their ass now, they won't. They love this man more than they love their own family members. Like I've told, like, Dana, if you're still in the chat, you don't have to answer this question, but if you are single, make sure you get you a man, or make sure you get you somebody who defends you the way these top gooners defend Arteta. Because you will be well protected. They will go to no end. To no end. Big up to E-Ross, big up Jason. I said the same yesterday. This performance against us doesn't mean they will turn up against Fulham next week. Yeah, I've seen Southampton outplayed these men for 84 minutes last year, but they ended up winning the game 3-1. Ahmad Atrick, tight space. Happens. Yeah. Big up to Yudi. Did you enjoy my rage bait content? Oh yeah, I love it. I love rage bait content. You know, I ignore most of the rage bait in the chat, Yudi. But yeah, I do watch your stuff. Because some of them, man, it's just some of them United fans are just, oh my days. Head lost. Big up to you, my bro. Oh my God, Arsenal fans have a chant for Gyökeres. It's embarrassing. Not gonna lie, they have. Bro, haven't you heard the Matchweek chant, Latvian Guna? Okay, I'm gonna sing it for you. Sure. It was the day after we signed it. They signed it. Matchweek, Saka's mate, Saka's mate, Saka's mate. Matchweek, Saka's mate. He hates Chelsea. They sang that. I heard them sing it with these own ears. The day after we signed Matchweek, while Chelsea was winning the final, they were doing that. I don't. Is it catchy, or is it another Samina? Yeah, it's Is it the one where they're singing about him leaving his girlfriend, or leaving his girlfriend and abandoning Portugal and all that? Oh my days. The reason City are favorites in many people's eyes is they will be calm even if they drop points early on. They always finish season well. Liverpool and Arsenal haven't shown that in recent years. Yeah, they can put 20 wins together, can't they? They can. Jesus might be our new signing. It's a new signing, guys. He's our new signing, guys. Okay, I'll check it. I think I seen one. There was words going across the screen, but I keep scrolling. I don't poison my ears with that because I accidentally, when you hit the volume thing and not the Matchweek one, I heard him singing that. I heard it once and I just sang it back. It was even a second verse. He dresses up in red and white. He hates Chelsea. Did you gum them? Read the lyrics. Yeah, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna check it out. Honestly, I like the Victor Gyökeres song. However, players should have to earn their song. Nah, brother. Right, there's a damn TikToker, and this one. I'm so glad I'm not on TikTok, man. But I still get these shit because people it ends up on Instagram somehow and gets to me. Right? But there's this Donnie that makes a living off singing songs. He sings songs. I think Shane clips up a couple of them and plays them on his channel. Oh my days. It's a weird one, but Mr. Batterd, I do think you get Isak. So I still think Liverpool are favorites. I'm not putting City as favorites, but on 1 September, I will do my predictions. I will do them because I think if City makes certain moves, it can change things based in the top order. Eze, a couple of signings for Tottenham can change which team goes. So when the window is fully closed, I will do mine. The reason I think that Isak goes to Liverpool, I think Liverpool told him, hey, we're coming to get you, bro. Which is why he's down tools. The same way Bertha told Jokeres, we're coming to get you. You can stop going to work. You can stop going there. We're coming. We're coming for you. And they went for him. That bridge is burnt. He can't go back to Newcastle. That's on the King Kenny G. Yeah, I do think you are still favorites, my bro. But yes, people, it is Monday and time to go to the office. Time to go pay the bills. They need me there. Keep my presence today. I can't work from home anymore. But big up to every single one of you who locked in today and chimed in, helped the conversation flow. I thoroughly appreciate you. Big up to the Black Caller for the super chat every single time. Big up to Wahaha, even though we took 3 points from you yesterday, bro. Not sorry. Glad we took them from you. Big up to the Latvia Gooner. Big up to Jason Gooner, AJ, Godfrey, Mr. Batterd, every single one of you who checked in every single time. Yeah, still have Liverpool winning. No shy away from the pressure. Spent way too much not to win anything major. Fair enough. And that's what I'm talking about. Doubling down, league leader settings. That's not arrogance. That's confidence. And you can speak that way when you are top of the table. I wish my fan base would take a page out of the Liverpool book and just be humble a little bit more. He who can hear will feel was a phrase specifically designed for Arsenal fans. But we will be there. Like I've always said, people, stay connected. Take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone.